I think everything's still working. Anyways, welcome back to some more Sonic Battle. Last time we finished Cream's story, which, sure, Cream's story was kind of weird because, like, it took place in one area and it was a little confusing. Next up is Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh no, I'm gonna do this voice a lot now, aren't I? Sonic's got the 6 Chaos Emerald. I've underestimated them. It could get pretty tricky if they activate the Zoid. But Shadow holds the 7th Chaos. Don't you mean the 4th? You know, damn 4th Chaos Emerald? I'd actually be curious to see what counts as the first Chaos Emerald, actually, because I highly doubt it's the same in every game, because, like, in Sonic 1, the first Chaos Emerald was the blue emerald. Then again, there was only 6 in Sonic 1. I don't know why. Then in Sonic 2, I believe the first Chaos Emerald was the green one, right? And in Sonic 3, it was the yellow one that was the first one. But then I think at some point they kind of made it a little bit consistent where the 4th Chaos Emerald is the yellow one, and that's the one that Shadow has. But I think that only happened around Shadow the Hedgehog. This is 2003. This is before that game. He believes that he's the ultimate form of life. His chaos control. Shadow wouldn't hand over the 7th Chaos Emerald and activate the Gazoid. But even if he did, that information I found after searching through my grandfather's work log would allow me to still conquer the world regardless. Because I am Dr. Eggman, evil scientist extraordinaire. Ha 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 ha. There it is again. I feel it. Someone's talking to me. A strong power. Who is it? This power must not exist. Cannot allow it to happen again. The tragedy must not. Tragedy? Yes. What tragedy? The same illusion. This is it. I feel the emanations over there. Damn. Well then, let's see what we've got here. Chaos Control! This is what called me. It's the Gizoid, a legendary weapon. You, Rouge, what are you doing here? Hey, I've got information sources everywhere. There's nothing I can't find out about it. You said it was a weapon. You'll never change, will you? That robot, Gizoid, is known as the ultimate life form. Just like you, except it's 4,000 years older. I heard the doctor was hiding something really big, and I guess this is it. Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Damn. I know he said dang, but like it's funnier if he's like, damn. What's so funny? It's been a while since we fought together like this. Just don't get in my way. You too. That's out of character for Rouge. Kind of. Right, what can Shadow do? How can he, you know, one-shot the... Oh. Oh, he's really goddamn fast. Oh, I think he's actually better than, like, Sonic. Oh, never mind. Oh my god. Why does it feel like this is supposed to be how the game is supposed to be played? Why does that hitbox extend all the way up there? That's like a universal hitbox. What the actual hell? Oh, yeah, no, I kind of walked into that one. I hate the recovery mode activated. God, that is so stupid. Yeah, no, Shadow seems like a more tech character. Because, yeah, there's a lot of movement tech he has. Oh. Ow. Hollow. You can still wreck me even after he's dead. Bro, that's... Oh, did I block that? Unlucky. Oh, never mind. Very lucky. There we go. I am the ultimate life form. Hey, not bad. An opening. Shadow! What happened? That was just one of Doctor's random robots. It's nothing. Ugh. Damn. Hey, Shadow! This isn't good. Intruder. Shut up already! Oh well, I'll take you to Club Rouge. Hey Shadow, can you even walk on your own? I think you've passed Huh. You know, they could have made it so that, like, Shadow is not in the overworld sprites because he's supposed to be currently knocked out. We're here. I can't believe that he'd fall down right in front of the store, having me carry anything heavier than the heaviest jewelry. The nerve. I'll never do that again. Not even for all the jewelry in the... Well... Oh, so this takes place before... Yeah, this takes place before Amy's story. Because in Amy's story, when we were fighting, Rouge, because Rouge kind of took Emerald for a little bit. And, you know, all of the really baloney stipulations for the missions. Shadow was passed out. Which is uncharacteristic because Shadow is like Sonic, where you can't stay still. Like, at least in most of the times we ever actually see Shadow, he's always doing something. He's not just kind of there. Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow is like sprinting around the whole planet trying to get Chaos Emeralds. Technically, this game is supposed to take place after Sonic Heroes, but in Sonic Heroes, Shadow is with Team Dark, doing everything there. Then also, like, I have not seen... I think apart from probably Sonic X, I have not seen Shadow just not do anything. So it's kinda... like, why would Shadow be asleep for who knows how long? I guess this makes sense now. He, he's so passed out that he's standing over there looking at the screen. You're still alive, right? Shadow? He's not bad looking, but... Oh, wait, I think this is Shadow's memories. Because technically speaking, by this moment in time, Shadow shouldn't remember his history. Because we'll get to it in Sonic Heroes, but a little bit of a spoiler, Shadow lost his memories in Sonic Heroes. Because if you remember, at the end of Sonic Adventure 2, he was presumed dead. Because he fell to Earth and burned up in the atmosphere. So he was presumed dead. Obviously he's not dead. In fact, he's very much alive, especially, you know, with what's going on nowadays. But we only get to know exactly what happened to Shadow in Shadow the Hedgehog. So I'm not going to explain anything anymore, because A, I have never actually played Shadow the Hedgehog. I've only played the demo when that was still new. And we haven't played Sonic Heroes yet, so... I was created. Awaken. The ultimate life form. Shadow the Hedgehog. Please, Shadow. Maria. I can move. I'm still alive. I need to go. Do it. Was that Gerald's voice? Are you really Shadow? You can't be. The military... Oh, this is Adventure 2, when Eggman got Shadow. The military's top secret weapon! Doctor, must not repeat the tragedy. Hey, can you hear me? Respond. No, you must have already established a link. Shadow! Hey, you, over here! Won't listen to me, eh? In that case, I'll destroy you with my bare hands. Hey, stop that! Get out of the way and give me that robot. And if I say no, I know I'm doing like a Roger Craig Smith voice. I don't know how to do Ryan Drummond, okay? I'm sorry. Then I'll destroy you too. I still haven't regained my full power. Full power yet. Listen to me. Whatever you do, don't let Dr. Eggman get a hold of the Gizoid. I'll be back. Until then, take care of it, Sonic the Hedgehog. Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough to be my fake. Hey, looks like you both have one thing in common. Persistence. Sonic the Hedgehog. Awakening as a weapon of war. Chaos Emerald. Shadow? I don't know how to do, Tails' voice, because at this moment in time, Tails is actually voiced by, like, a child, so, I can probably do Tails' voice circa Sonic 06, but, Shadow! What are you doing here? Here. Looks like you discovered what Emerald really is. Yeah. Then why don't you destroy it now? You must destroy it before it collects all the Chaos Emeralds and uses its true power. Shadow? There's no need to repeat past tragedies. Nobody else ever needs to go through the things that I have. Oh. So that is canon then. Because I know I'm still breaking the fourth wall because I'm supposed to be stuck in 2003. But, Shadow Gens, specifically Dark Beginnings, which is the prequel animation to Shadow Gens, shows that the Gizoid was there in the Space Colony arc. Obviously, before it was shut down after Shadow Awoken. At least I think after Shadow Awoken. That whole part there was supposed to be like corrupted memories of Shadow being manipulated by Black Doom. So I would imagine that in order for those memories to actually be there, he would have needed to be there. But, like, apparently the Gizoid was is this the same Gizoid? Wasn't there... I think there's only one. No, because then you have Gemerald, which I don't actually know how Gemerald gets here. Because if Gemerald's only in the comics, I have never read the comics, so... But I'd also imagine that Gemerald is probably in one of the later games. But yeah, we saw this guy in Shadow Generations Dark Beginnings. I'm not sure if I've already explained this, because it's been a while since I've really streamed, because, you know, hearing issues. But, if that's the case, I'm going to try and predict what happens at the end of the game. Emerald gets all of the Chaos Emeralds, and he starts to attack everyone. Because I imagine that did happen, right? Because obviously on the Space Colony arc, all of the Chaos Emeralds would have needed to be there at some point. Because the Chaos Emeralds is what was used to power the Eclipse Cannon. And, you know... Oh my gosh. Hey! Hey! It's Charming and Mighty! Donald and Goofy! Hi! First time seeing you in my chat. Welcome. Welcome everyone else in my chat. I was just more or less going on a whole explanation about Emerald, but I guess I'll just continue on now because I forgot what I was going to say. Out of the way. I'll finish it now. Shadow, I respect you, but Emerald's our friend. Even if you attack one of us, then I'll do whatever it takes to protect him. Looks like you'll never understand. The builders will never know how their creations truly feel. What is up with Shadow and always having beef with Tails? Ally. Looks like we formed a new team. Rouge. So, I believe that's Sonic Heroes there, because that's supposed to be the formation of Team Dark. Yes. Good morning, Shadow. Has the prince finally awakened? I must go. I must go to the Devoid. To the Emerald. Hey! You can leave if you please, but don't you dare pass on me again. Who do you think dragged you here in the first place? You. Yeah, it's because not many people really touch the handheld games. This is Sonic Battle for the Game Boy Advance. So, that's right. You aren't even going to thank me? It figures. You men are all alike, you know that? Thanks, Rouge. Thanks for saving me. I cannot allow myself to die just yet. Emerald Beach. Huh? You're looking for Emerald, right? He's always there. Wait, there was a Kingdom Hearts for the Game Boy? Huh. I know that Kingdom Hearts was PS2 as well. I only played the DS one. I don't remember what it was called. I went ahead and told them about you anyway. Yeah, but you see, the thing is, every single Kingdom Hearts game is canon. The PS2 games, canon. The Game Boy Advance games, also canon. The DS games, also canon. I'm pretty sure the spin-offs are also canon. At least that's what I heard from somewhere. But I also wouldn't be surprised because I've always heard that the story of Kingdom Hearts is so tangled it's like a pretzel. Ally. What? You got a problem with it? No, I don't. Damn! Right, just go over here. Yeah, because it's... Kingdom Hearts is a part of the Final Fantasy universe, and the fact that there are 15, actually, I think 16 now, because there's 16 in the works of Final Fantasy games, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like infinity billion Kingdom Hearts games. Because it's by the same company, Square Enix. Shadow? Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know why you need to say his full name. Just say Sonic, dude. I imagine that's probably a translation thingy. Where's Emerald? He's not tail this place. Tell me something. Why are you after him, anyway? I'm not here to steal him. I'm here to welcome him as a fellow weapon of war. Yeah, that's why I've never really liked Kingdom Hearts in the first place. I don't play Final Fantasy. It's not Kingdom Hearts. At least not yet, anyways. Welcome him. Haven't you noticed? His awakening as the legendary weapon of war, Ginoid, is close at hand. Awakening? He already has 6 Chaos Emeralds, right? Yeah? And with my Chaos Emerald, that makes 7. I hate this game. And I also hate Gen Alpha Brain Rot. Because my dumbass saw that and was like, 6-7, 6-7. God damn it. It doesn't help that that's literally the number of... God, I guarantee you, if you take someone who's brain rotted and tell them that in Sonic 1 there was only 6 Chaos Emeralds, and then after Sonic 2 there's always been 7, they will only understand 6-7. Like... Oh, yeah, no, the 6-7 nonsense is literally just nonsense. Like, that's kind of the whole point. I think how it started is that it was in a rap song or something, and then people just went with it. So now, if you say 6 or 7 in terms of, like, estimation around that kind of range, people will go 6-7, 6-7. Bro. Bro. The Giznoid will be awakened when it has collected 7 Chaos Emeralds. Right now, its true power lies dormant. However, I can feel it. I can feel the power. A power greater than you can imagine. You kid, but I think that briefly happened back in 2020. Cause it was supposed to be a whole meme with the pandemic. So, look, okay, the internet is the internet, and it's also honestly funny. I've heard that he who collects 7 Chaos Emeralds will be granted unlimited energy. Sonic, what do you mean you've heard? Yeah, Sonic 1, 2, 3, CD and whatnot, you don't actually have to collect all the Chaos Emeralds. So in those games, technically Super Sonic is non-canon, and there's just a secret for playing the game good. But this is 2003. The first Sonic game where you are required to be Super Sonic is Sonic Adventure 1, 1998. So what do you mean you've heard? You've transformed into Super Sonic as a requirement twice now, actually. Because Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Adventure 2. No, technically speaking, 3 times, because this takes place after Sonic Heroes. So what do you mean you've heard collecting all 7 Chaos Emeralds will grant someone unlimited energy. You know it does this. That just feels more like translation issues more than anything. So, are you trying to tell me that Awakening Emerald is dangerous? Dangerous? Ha! He's a weapon, once created with enough power to destroy the world. Awakening him is sheer madness. I don't think he has it in him. The Emerald I know would never destroy the world. What about you? You say he's the ultimate weapon, but weren't you supposed to be the military's ultimate secret weapon? Maybe you've forgotten, but I seem to recall you saving humanity at some point. Technically twice. Technically twice. Does heroes technically count? I don't know. Hey, nice. That was from Maria. You're not supposed to remember Maria at this point. Because again, in Sonic Heroes, Shadow lost his memory. He's not supposed to even remember at this point that, he fought alongside Sonic to stop the world from blowing up because of the Space Colony arc. Does this mean Shadow the Hedgehog did a retcon? Because in the beginning of Shadow the Hedgehog, it's implied that he remembers Maria, but he doesn't quite remember why he remembers Maria. Also, if Shadow was Vegeta, he would be way more whiny than he is. And he also would have more pride than he kind of does. Like, literally after Sonic Adventure 2, he stops lording the Ultimate Life Form title over everyone. So... Exactly! If you have a heart, you would never use your power for the forces of evil. I'd imagine that they're equivalent, considering that, you know, the super form is the usual shonen trope, and Super Shadow and Super Vegeta would probably be equivalent, especially if you account for the fact that Shadow has gotten stronger, able to kill Black Doom, Neo Devil Doom actually, without the Chaos Emeralds. Even though he required them in Shadow the Hedgehog to kill regular Devil Doom. So I don't know. There's no way you could. Yeah. Yeah. They also tried to retcon everything like 50 times in 2006 and it didn't work, so... Weapons aren't supposed to have hearts, but both you and Emerald do. You guys, you aren't just weapons. No, you are wrong. We were created as weapons. If the people of this world ever want peace, so, yeah, we'll get to that game soon enough. I mean, we're gonna spend 100,000 years playing Shadow the Hedgehog because, well, that game is structured really weirdly. But, yeah. By the way, there is a recompile of Sonic 06. The recompile itself is perfect. It's just that it's a recompile of 06, so nothing worked in the first place. They must destroy us. Shadow, you said this yourself in the previous game. Sonic is the true ultimate life form. And that title to you means that you're a weapon, right? So that would also, by extension, mean that Sonic is also a living weapon. Especially since he's, well, at least up to this point, killed at least one god. Because the Bio-Lizard wasn't a god. Chaos was. And he would continue to kill gods for a few years. Shadow? And one more thing. Rouge said that there's a keyword that can free the Emerald. If we could find out what it is, Emerald could become just a normal robot. Huh. Such hopeless dreams. Weapons have no need for a conscience. Freedom? What use is a weapon that does not follow orders? Weren't you literally a weapon that refused to follow orders in the end? Again, this is after Sonic Heroes. That... At least that's what this story shaped up to be, considering that Omega's here, and the debut game for Omega is Sonic Heroes. I have a different kind of link with the Gazoid. Like me, he's a weapon, no doubt about it. He's a weapon to be used by his master. Shadow. Alright. Just take Emerald already. If you're not going to listen to me, then do whatever you want. Yeah. Then you don't care if I exterminate Emerald. I'd like to see you try. You don't think I could? You have a heart. Emerald has a heart. I don't think either of you have anything to kill, maybe. Well, maybe you guys should just play games together or something. Oh, it very much is canon. It very much is. Because, so Emerald, I think we only see Emerald in this game, before Shadow Generations. In Shadow Generations Dark Beginnings, yeah, I mean, it wasn't until, like, after Sonic Forces when they started to try and tidy up the canon, because before then, it was whatever the writers felt right. They didn't really want to do much with making sure it was consistent. But in Shadow Generations Dark Beginnings, which is the prequel animation, we see Emerald here, and we understand, if you've played this game, you will understand why Shadow seems to have beef with him. Like, there's a reason why they changed some of the dialogue in Sonic Generations the remake, because they wanted to make it more coherent. That's the reason why they started referencing all of the games that preceded Sonic Generations, or what before then, because they wanted to try and tidy up the lore. Especially since now we have an official Sonic timeline. This game, I believe, is actually on it. I haven't seen the timeline myself, but I also wouldn't be surprised. Obviously, a lot of the timeline happens in order of the game's release, with Sonic Adventure 1 being before Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Heroes being afterwards. I imagine this would come after Sonic Heroes because this isn't the story of Sonic Heroes, but also Omega is here, and Rouge isn't really supposed to be on Shadow's team until Sonic Heroes. But I think what was supposed to happen is that because of Emerald being here, it was supposed to allow Shadow to start recovering his memories, especially with what happened earlier in the stream, where he was basically going through a bunch of flashbacks. But I think Shadow the Hedgehog may have retconned this game, I guess. Or at the very least, muddled what this game is supposed to be. Because in Shadow the Hedgehog, that game was about Shadow trying to find answers to his past. Anyways, there is a Chaos Emerald here. Emerald, what are you doing here? He probably felt my Chaos Emerald's power. I can feel it resonating with him. You have a Chaos Emerald. Give me the emerald. Power. Give me power. Emerald! What's wrong, Sonic? Why are you looking at me like that? Perhaps now you believe me. He was created as a weapon. You were lucky in that you met him before he awakened. But you cannot deny the Gizoid's true identity. Sonic? Sonic. I keep forgetting what voice is. Go with Shadow, Emerald. I want to find out who you truly are. How? How else? Get Eggman to tell you. That chubby old guy. That sounds like fun. I'll be right back then. Okay, and try to find out what that guy is up to. If you can find out more about that final something or other that Knuckles was talking about. You never can tell what that old man is planning. I too have things that I wish to speak to Dr. Eggman about. Let's go, Emerald. So begins our path to ruin. Oh, and tell Mom that she has to go jogging and do at least 200 sit-ups, and she has to eat salad with no dressing. So, some ultimate weapon you are. Team Ultimate. Even though I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to fight Emerald at some point, I'm going to cry if I do because Emerald's kind of overpowered. Chaos Gamma. Target, codename Shadow. Objective, destroy. It appears that the good doctor thinks I'm his enemy. Target, codename Gizoid. Objective, destroy.
I'll show you my ultimate power.
Ah, man, Shadow is actually the like what is it? The top tier characters in this game is literally Shadow and Cream. Like, I don't understand. Oh, and I guess also Rouge because Rouge can just like infinitely down air. That hitbox is stupid. Uh, I broke both of the AI. Yeah, Shadow and Cream and Rouge are like the best characters in this game. Rouge less so, but you know. Oh, I can infinite.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Didn't even break a sweat. How did I lose? I even acquired an emerald shard. Hmm. The only one who can use the true power of the Chaos Emeralds is me. And Sonic. And, well, Silver didn't happen yet. And Emerald. Destroy. Destroy.
I'll show you my ultimate power.
You know what's funny? I think Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood is supposed to take place after Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog, I think. But it also it marks the end of that continuity line as well because they just kind of stopped. I'm going to have to play that, aren't I? Oh boy, I don't remember liking Sonic Chronicles. I forget when that even came out. I know it was around. It obviously was a DS game, so I think it was like 2007, 2008. I think. Ow. Yeah, I kind of deserve that. Oh, you blocked that as well. Unlucky. God, Shadow's air move is like probably the best. Destroy, 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 destroy. Ooh. Emerald, do you see? This is the fate for weapons of war. I don't understand. I am sad, Shadow. I know. Destroy. Destroy. Can't move anymore. Let's go. Night Babylon is just ahead of the doctor's lab. Gimme shelter. Gamma. Cool. Is this going to be a short story as well? I imagine so, considering that we're near the end of the game, and well, because like the stories went the opposite direction in length in Sonic Heroes, where Team Chaotic was the longest because the missions exist, and Team Rose is the shortest because like they only had like a handful of cutscenes and all of the stages are dramatically shorter, they give you more invincibility, etc., etc. The doctor's mother computer. I never imagined that I'd be here again. Tell me, what am I? What is this? What is the Gizoid? We were created as weapons, so why is it that we have hearts? Why do we have souls? To be fair, this is kind of congruent with what Shadow should know at this point. Because even if Shadow remembers Maria and remembers Emerald, he sure as hell doesn't remember what Maria said to him, per se. That would actually be explained, at least to Shadow as a character, in Shadow the Hedgehog, which should be 2 years after this game. Yeah, I have a feeling that Shadow the Hedgehog did some slight retconning in this game, but it's still canon. What the heck are we? Professor Gerald. Rouge? You are his ultimate creation, the ultimate life form. And during the output experiment of a Chaos Emerald, he discovered it and reactivated the ancient battle weapon, Gazoid. Yes, Emerald. Where did you learn that? I looked it up on the doctor's computer. I found one of Gerald's old research files. And here's the smoking gun. I imagine a lot of Gerald's research files were part of his journal, right? Considering that at least up to this point, we know that Gerald's journal more or less recounted everything regarding to Project Shadow, if you remember Sonic Adventure 2. But I would imagine that it would be everything. I imagine that Project Shadow wasn't just the Bio-Lizard and Shadow. I think he would have also done research on Black Doom and whatnot. But of course, a lot of that would have been sealed. What would have been recovered would have been files related to stuff that Gunn would actually be interested in. It's probably why Eggman has Gerald's journal at the end of SA2, because up until that point, he didn't really know much about his grandfather, but he did hear that his grandfather built a secret weapon for the military. I think also he got his journal from the same pod, or at the very least the same computer that was like keeping track of the pod, where he got Shadow from in SA2. So the thing about that is, this is there in Shadow Generations. At least a reference to it is. I didn't really pay attention all that much to Gerald's journal, even though I got every page. But Gerald mentions a lot. That's probably the main reason why I didn't pay attention, because most of it was just Project Shadow, then that Gerald had actually 2 sons, which I guess was supposed to be an illusion that Professor Pickle is potentially related to Eggman in some way. Cause like literally he said I actually had 2 sons, one took after me and became a roboticist, and the other one took after my other side and became an archaeologist, and Professor Pickle is a professor of archaeology in Sonic Unleashed. But I digress. Either way, this would have been, up until this point, the only other time Gerald's journal was in fact mentioned, and I'd have to verify this by going through the journal again, because I do have a 100% save file, but I would imagine that this is actually in Gerald's journal in Shadow Gens. Not to mention, this, up to this point, this would have only been the second mention of Gerald. But if we break the fourth wall and go to the current day, Gerald has only been mentioned 4 times. Sonic Adventure 2, this game, Shadow the Hedgehog, and then Shadow Generations. I mean, there was a passing reference to Gerald and Sonic Frontiers, but I think that was just supposed to be a passing reference. Why did Gerald give me a soul? He was not interested in researching weapons. He was researching a way to bring happiness and hope to all people. I mean, I guess that makes sense, because Gerald, so Project Shadow was commissioned by Gunn. It was supposed to be just a general research and development into weapons. I mean, that's kind of the reason why the Space Colony arc was even built in the first place, I'd imagine. But I also would imagine that it was supposed to be a government-sanctioned safe haven / laboratory for Gerald and his constituents, hence why the Space Colony arc is just so inexplicably shaped like, you know, Eggman's face, because that would have actually been Gerald's face, though we never actually had a proper model for Gerald since SA2 until Shadow Gens. But if you remember in SA2, he does look remarkably a lot like Eggman. So I imagine that Project Shadow was commissioned by Gunn Because out of all of the other projects, that's the only one that Gunn knew about. If they knew about the Gizoid, they probably would have taken that as well. So I imagine that there was a crap ton of other experiments that we don't even know about, even, that was still there. And I also think that the main driving goal for a lot of these projects was to save Maria. Because Maria had, like, hyper AIDS or whatever the hell she had. I mean, it doesn't really matter anymore. She's kind of dead-shaped, but you know. But he was forced by the government and by the military to use his research for war. That's why he gave you and Gizoid a soul. A soul identical to his beloved granddaughter, Maria. Maria. His hope was that no matter how crazed and obsessed with destruction mankind might become, the weapons themselves would never fight. Shadow, you are afraid of your own power. It troubles you. But you've never used your power recklessly. Does this set up Shadow the Hedgehog, actually? Because the whole point is the whole other point of that game is, does he also want to use his power for good or evil? It doesn't matter in the end, but you know. You've never used it selfishly. Gerald's wishes have come true. You too, Emerald. Me too? You were created as a weapon, yet you feel sympathy for living beings. Do we know that for sure? Because Emerald is 4,000 years old, recovered from an archaeological dig site that Gerald did. Do we even know who made Emerald? However, Gerald did not create you. He was unable to completely erase the destructive powers within you. That part of you still exists. So he programmed you with a special code, and if keywords of that code were to be activated, Gerald's program would be complete, and you'd become just like Shadow. What are the keywords? Bring hope to humanity. Bring hope to humanity. Kinda touching. How do we input the code? No, about that. Well, you have to do it when he awakens. So, basically, when he absorbs this Chaos Emerald. It would appear so. Looks like I've got no other choice. Shadow, that's your... It's alright. I will always be with Maria. Shadow! Wait, hold on. Was that supposed to be him taking off an inhibitor ring? Oh. Emerald, take it. This, the last Chaos Emerald. Then why did I get an Emerald Shard from that Chaos Gamma then? That implies that there's 8 Chaos Emeralds. Show me your power, or I shall not obey. I represent all things, and shall become Gizoid, the conqueror of all. Well, now that's a big difference. Gizoid, ancient weapon of legend, I, as your new master, command you, bring hope to humanity. Hey now, don't go and get all serious on me like that, Shadow. Look who's talking. You remind me a little too much of a certain spiky, smug little faker. What's your man? I imagine now he just sounds exactly like Sonic. Like it's like fucking Chaos Sonic from Sonic Prime. Hey, watch your mouth. You're free now. Eggman no longer will no longer have any control over you. Thanks, Shadow, and you too, Rouge. Oh, I appreciate that, but if you really want to thank me, give me some jewelry. There's one last thing I'd like to ask of you. What is it this time? Let us battle one last time to see who truly is the strongest. My body wasn't healed completely before, but now I'm ready. I am the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog. I will crush anyone who stands in my way. You sure about that? I don't want you wondering about how you didn't have your Chaos Emerald and stuff. I no longer need it. I have Maria in my heart. Maria.
Show you my ultimate power.
Right. I didn't change Emerald skill set, so I'm pretty sure that the AI is not gonna be that hard. Okay, well we haven't really touched, bro. Okay, yeah, I probably should have. Whoops. Cool. You don't have that stupid ass recovery mode bullshit, so I can just do that. Yeah, no, Shadow is definitely way stronger. I think also it's because of the movement tech as well. The AI can't handle the movement tech. Yeah, AI can't handle the movement tech. Where is he? Oh. Ow. It does. It actually has a surprising amount of power. Like, someone managed to port Super Mario 64 to the Game Boy Advance. And, you know, Super Mario 64 is, fully, 3D. Okay, yeah, the AI being able to block is kind of baloney. Like, how are you blocking all of that? Yeah, how are you blocking all of that at once? Ow. Yeah. I like how this is supposed to be like an epic final battle, but I am not I'm having some difficulty because, you know, super armor. Yeah, but you know,
Didn't even break a sweat.
I swear if I could do this 3 times. You boys have fun. I'm going home. I swear, why do men fight so much? I can't take much more of this. See you later, Rouge. Can I visit your room again sometime? Idiot. Emerald, one more time. Wait a second, Shadow. What? Are you backing down? Would it be okay if I went to see Sonic, Tails, and everyone again? Yeah. Tell them you're not a kid anymore. Once you've fought them all, come back and see me. We'll finish our fight then. I'll be at Central Highway. I'll be waiting. Okay, you better be warmed up when I get back. Oh, cool, so now I have to go through a gauntlet.
Hi, Sugar.
You think just because you got a little stronger you can defeat me? Let's find out. Listen, boy. Never underestimate an agent. You'll get burned. Cool. Now I have to use this moveset that honestly isn't all that good because I don't know how to build in this game. Ow. How are you blocking this? You shouldn't even be able to block this. Unlucky. Oh, wait a minute. So this is kind of broken because the Rouge's AI at the very least can't deal with it. Yep. I'll admit, you're not half bad. I don't think there's anything left for me to teach you. The fight. Wait, what? Wait, why did you. What? I learned so much from you, Emerald. The one who gets 10 KO wins, just like before. It's so strange to see you all grown up. Yeah, cream is incredibly dangerous because of cheese. Or I guess not. What is this music? Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. That sounds about right. Why did you spawn up here? Wait, hold on. I entirely missed. Cool. Ow. You just ran into the cream. You're literally an S-tier character. What are you talking about? I guess, you know, S-tier character, but also, like, not really good when the AI is using it, eh? Yeah, the AI really doesn't know how to handle this, does it? You are really strong. You're no longer a little emerald. That's sad in a way. I told you to come back after you fought everyone. We'll settle this then. Hurry up and come home and come help me with my diet. Okay. Yeah, no, Amy's like a crap character, kinda. I mean, she does respond faster in the air, I guess. I mean, not like after 06, Amy got to be a much better character. Cause like the idea was supposed to be that Sonic is, or not Sonic, Amy is like the obsessed like with Sonic kind of girl, mainly because of CD. But then like nowadays Amy is just kind of there. She's not like a stalker or anything anymore. That's how you charge up slash heal. AI. AI. Cool. The AI doesn't know how to deal with just me charging up and then just doing the insta-kill. It very much is. Okay, well, okay, you got super armor at that last second. Yeah, I'd like how Frontiers developed the characters, because in Frontiers, Amy was like, oh, you know, maybe I shouldn't be so obsessed over one person. Like, her whole thing is that there's more to life than just chasing one person, and that ironically attracts Sonic, actually. Because it's really hard to get them to actually show up, but there is dialogue that Sonic says every now and again when you're just going through the world in Sonic Frontiers. And one of the dialogue that he says on the first island, which is where you free Amy, Sonic is, man, Amy, I really wish I really wish I decided sooner or something like that, because Amy is a lot more chill and is like reflecting on basically her entire life. Like, I think Sonic Frontiers was supposed to fix most of the character flaws with a lot of the characters, because in Sonic Frontiers, Amy kind of matures. Tails realizes that he's been a whiny bitch these past few games, and Knuckles finally actually respects Sonic, something that Shadow already did a while ago. Because before Shadow and before Metal Sonic, Sonic's original rival was really supposed to be Knuckles. You've gotten stronger! That sounds about right. Now that you've perfected your fighting, I feel much better having you help with my diet. Sure. You know what's dumb is that there are people who genuinely believe that Amy's supposed to still be an obsessed stalker, and like... So, the logic is that they've gotten older. When Amy first met Sonic, they were basically kids. And now it's supposed to be that, like, they're adults now. Like, there is no canon age. They removed that, but it's implied that they're supposed to be just older now. Which makes sense because, you know, the Sonic series has been going on for 30 years? 30, 35? God, I don't really... How long ago was 1991? So that's that's also supposed to be carrying on the character development that was kind of thrown away after SA2. Because in SA1, Amy is trying to be more independent, but she's still madly in love with Sonic. In SA2, Amy is realizing that maybe her obsession might be causing issues, but kind of backtracks a bit in Sonic Heroes. Then, retcon everything because 06 happened after Shadow the Hedgehog. Was Amy even there in Shadow the Hedgehog? I don't really remember. And then in Sonic Unleashed, no one cares about 06, Amy is kind of chill. Like, she's not insufferable in Unleashed. But then at some point, people got it in their minds that Amy is supposed to be an obsessed stalker for Sonic at all times, and that the recent writing is terrible because she's not an obsessed Sonic lover. Even though... Do these people not know what writing? I don't know. Don't think I've been playing around all this time. Let's get this over with. Give me your best shot. Come on! So, all in all, yeah, for these older games, Amy is going to be a little bit of a crap character because it's very one-dimensional and flounderized. Because they never really developed her past that one personality. Because in literally every single game Amy has been in since CD, which it really wasn't that much comparatively, actually, she's had like the similar kind of thing where she's just obsessed with Sonic. Like, we only started seeing changes in Unleashed. And it just kind of, like, they made Amy not creepy in Unleashed, but then they kind of froze her character to just kind of being there. Like, Amy's there in Sonic Lost World, but she doesn't do anything. She only shows up to, like, carry on plot and then promptly does nothing afterwards. Cause, like, the Knuckles and Amy are in Sonic Lost World. They're only there in cutscenes, and like 3 cutscenes in total at that. How is Knuckles the easiest one when I had so much trouble with Knuckles? I mean, you gotta understand, I believe around the same time on the PS2, I think, was when the Dragon Ball Z Budokai games were coming out. And it doesn't help that a lot of the early writers and whatnot for Sonic were fans of Dragon Ball. Because that's the reason why Supersonic is a thing. Because while the Supersonic was in Sonic 1, which was 1991, which I don't believe in Dragon Ball Z, the Saiyan saga was even completed yet, Super Saiyan was already in the manga. So... How could this be? Don't think you've beaten me! No, Knuckles. Sorry. You have to go kick Tails' ass. Hiya, Emerald! I've heard the news from Rouge. Congratulations! I promised Shadow that I'd come in battle with you all. You wanna go around? Sure. Right, Tails is the only other, like, good fighter in this game. Besides, I guess, you know, Shadow. Because of that move right there. It just kind of ignores your blocks. Why is he so fast? I mean, it's because the idea with Knuckles is that he's supposed to be very easy to trick. Though the only reason why he's a villain in some games is because Eggman told him that Sonic is the villain. Because in Sonic 3, Eggman told him that Sonic was coming to Angel Island to steal his Chaos Emerald. Or, sorry, to steal the Master Emerald, because I don't think he really cares about the Chaos Emeralds. Yes! I mean, like, in Sonic Adventure, or sorry, in Sonic 1, it made sense, right? Because, or Sonic 3, it made sense because, well, Knuckles, this would have been the first time Knuckles met Sonic in the first place. But then, in other Sonic games, he just believes Eggman still. Like, I think it's only really in Sonic Adventure 2 when that's supposed to stop happening. Because Knuckles doesn't get tricked in SA2. He actually helps Sonic and Co. in SA2. So, like, character development, and then they have Sonic Boom. Yeah. And then now it's only now when it's starting getting to be good again. I mean, like, the other high point of the Sonic series was Unleashed. But, you know, SA is starting to get good again. I'm not saying that it is good again. Because, yeah, Sonic Frontiers was great. Sonic Shadow Generations was actually peak. But we don't know what the next Sonic game is going to be like. I mean, they are redesigning the Sonic model again. Well, actually, I say again, for the first time in about a decade. I like how I can just catch the AI off guard. There's nothing left that I can teach you. Are you sure about that? And also, do you even care? Because, it's still Bethesda. Oh! That's interesting. But is it officially part of the Fallout series, or is it just like a Fallout-like game? Kind of like Outer Wilds was. Or Outer World, sorry. There's no way you can beat me. I don't care how strong you've gotten. We'll see. We'll see. I can't stay good forever, you know. Gotten pretty smug, I see. Let's go. Oh, that's interesting. I am just comboing the fuck out of Sonic right now. Ooh. That will be promptly retconned by the, you know, TV series. Oh yeah, the game audio is low because it's really grating. It's really grating. Like, I'm hearing it at normal volume, my ears are dying, so... Unless you're okay with having your ears be, like, shaved off. Yeah. Like, it's fine. Some of the sound effects are fine, but, like, so the others are just... Oh! I will, in fact, increase the volume for Sonic Heroes, because it's not on the Game Boy Advance. Actually, I had the PC version. I mean, to be fair, Ryan Drummond was, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan Drummond, was inspired by DBZ. I mean, I don't know that for sure, but I also wouldn't be surprised. Ow. Unlucky. Phew, not bad. You've gotten stronger, but you're still not strong enough. I'm not even trying my hardest yet. Try finding someone else first, then we'll talk. There's no way you can beat me. Well, I guess we're fighting Sonic again. Wait, that killed. Wait, what? I incorporated that into my combo. Get hacked. Ow. Ow. Never mind. Wait, how did that. What? Unlucky. So does that make him go fight Shadow now? Hold on, let me... So Shadow's running to the best. I don't need okay, air action. Guard skill. No. Okay, so that's all their attack. First attack, I got the wrong button. Heavy attack is still Sonic's. I think this is technically better. That's better. That's still the wrong button. That's better. Air attack. Cool. That's the wrong button again. That one I really need. What is an aim attack? I mean, whatever it is, I'm going to be using rouges because I know that is broken. I don't... What? Okay. I don't have any... I have air power. Huh. Cool. So now I'm even more betterest. So can I fight Shadow now? I see you fought everyone. Come see me after you finished your preparations. I'll fight you whenever you're ready.
I'll show you my ultimate power.
Enough talk. Let's do this. Ready when you are. Okay, yeah. Bro, I'm getting wiped. Okay, I think the AI just kind of broke. Unlucky. No, I haven't. I probably should. I shall concede that you were my equal. Hey man, I'm just getting warmed up. You're just as mouthy as him too. Looks like we've got a guest. Come back later. Hey, Emerald! Sonic? Sonic. I figured Shannon wouldn't be able to give you enough to challenge himself, so I came. Yeah, you sound exactly alike. Haha, what do you say, Emerald? Wanna take us both on at the once? It'll be tough. Nope, no problem. No holding back. I hope you two won't get hurt. This better be a free-for-all. It's not a free-for-all. Bro, I literally get one tapped. Bro, I'm doing so much damage to them. What happened? Was it a little too tough for you? Bro, I was doing so much hits to them, but they just somehow didn't die. Is it actually possible to take them on at once? I'm literally I've comboed them for the past 5 minutes and they have not died. I literally am comboing them for 5 minutes straight and they're not dying. Bro. We're gonna be here for a while, because they have, like, infinite health. They all do one-shot damage for no reason. It was first to 6 KOs. Damn. They do so much damage, and I don't know why. I get that this is supposed to be hard as it's no holding back, but you can't increase your defense in this game. And once you start, getting hit, you just can't move out. Oh, they need 10 KOs off of me collectively. So what am I supposed to do then? Because, yeah, no, that one-shots me, even though it was a basic attack. And yeah, once you start getting hit, you can't move. Yeah, I just can't, I can't. I don't think it's possible. You know, it'd be nice to know why they're doing so much damage to me, but I'm comboing them for 5 weeks straight and I'm not getting a single kill on them. I'm literally comboing them for 5 weeks straight. They have not touched the ground in 3 years and I'm still losing. I might have to min-max like crazy. Ah. I can't move. I have no idea. I think YouTube is having an issue. Oh my, I don't think it's actually possible to do this. Because that's one thing that this game is really bad at. It's knowing what you can and can't do, really. Cause like, I don't know why I can't move. Yeah. And I'm doing a lot of hits to them. I've been hitting them for the past 5 minutes, and I still haven't gotten a single KO. Yeah, that's the sound effect for Shadow's ultimate. Remember, this is a Game Boy Advance. Yeah, I have this so much power behind my punches, but it just doesn't seem to matter. Well, it's not lagging anymore. Oh, it is. What the hell is going on? Because my OBS is saying that it's dropping frames because of the internet. It's not the encoder at all, it's the internet. Or I think, more specifically, the connection to YouTube itself. Bro. How are you supposed to do this? I can't move. And I've been hitting them for the past 5 years. Bro. It's not even a fair fight. I don't know how you're supposed to do this. Like, it physically isn't possible. They can one-shot me. I can't do any damage to them. Even though I have really high power moves. I was hitting them for 300 plus years. And they're still not... it's not possible. Because there isn't any, like, secret mechanic I'm missing. I'm googling this. It's too baloney in order for me to even care. Oh. Well, shit. Literally, the actual things on Google just says you just have to be good at the game. The game that it doesn't tell you how to play. Cool. We're gonna be here for a while. Oh my god, why is there literally, what the hell, man? I don't know what's going on right with the internet. Yeah, you're not allowed to move when you get hit once. Yeah, I don't know why the connection is dying. I was comboing you for 5 goddamn years. What am I supposed to do? This is actually stupid. I guess it does make sense why it's so unfair. Again, it is a Game Boy Advance game. They needed to make it last as long as possible. You didn't even hit me! I've literally hit them for 3 years, and they are apparently still have a full health bar. Meiji, I wish I could move. I'm the one that hit him. How did I die? I hate how apparently a circle doesn't hit a circle. Apparently, doing a circle move doesn't actually hit a circle, which is dumb. What? Why? How does that keep one-shotting me? Hold on. I am... Oh my god. I don't know what exchange skills mean. I'm convinced I'm going to have to just actually grind. I'll try this one more time and then I'm ending the stream there, because I don't know what's going on with the connection. And this game is stupid. I'll go for the full 3 hours and then I'll end it. I like when a game never gives you the tools to actually win. There we go. Holy hell. Only by one, cool. Thank you, Sonic. Thank you, Shadow, Sonic. I'm so glad to have met you and everyone else too. I don't know what my creator was thinking when he made me, but I'm glad he did because I got to meet all of you. When I first met you all, I was like a little baby robot who couldn't do anything. I couldn't even talk. I was weak, but you all protected me and played with me. I'm sure there was a time when I was a burden or I was in the way, but in my time with you, I never felt in danger or worried. As Gerald programmed me to. All I ever felt was fun and excitement and happiness too. There's no need for a weapon to have feelings. This is ridiculous. I'm leaving. Hey, Shadow! Maybe you should try learning a thing or two from Emerald and be more honest with yourself. Not that I expect anything different of you, though. But, hey, Emerald, I'm not your guardian anymore, so there's one thing I want to leave with you. Is this. I want you to live your life to the fullest. Thanks, you too. Look, he's all grown up now. One more thing, you need to work on your punches. They just look lame. Who showed you how to punch anyway? Look, punches should be more like this. You can now play the minigame Speed Demon. I literally just had to get lucky. And I also had to exploit the fact that you can kill both of them at the same time, instantly. Holy hell. Now the question is there still more game? Because, like, how this game has worked so far is that yep, to be continued, there's still more game. Oh shit, wait, there's a new... So, the only two characters I can think of is Episode Eggman and Episode Emerald. Because they're the only two other characters in this game that we have actually played, or haven't necessarily had a story for. Yep, Emerald. Okay, well, next time we will be playing Episode Emerald. Hopefully it's not as infuriating as the final battle in Episode Shadow, because it feels like if this was a game that was on a full console, they would have been able to do extra stuff to make it more balanced. Difficult still, but balanced. But this is a Game Boy Advance game. I have no idea how much shit they would have been able to fit on the cartridge. I don't know. But it feels like they were trying to do something with a sorta incomplete mechanic system. They never even explain, like, they only explained that Emerald can equip new abilities and whatnot. They don't explain what those abilities are. What is strength support? What is attack support? Is it like Marvel versus Capcom, where if I do a button input, I can summon, like, another character for a few seconds? Anyways, if you like the stream, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. I usually stream every Friday at around 6 or 7. No, that's not a 6-7 joke. So, yeah, if you want,